Yo, what's up guys, my name is Mr. Freeze2244 and welcome to our top 10 tips and tricks for Hitman. I'm also going to throw in a couple of bonus tips as well, but these are mainly the basics, and even if you're an advanced player, you might even pick up something in here that you haven't realised before, so hopefully you enjoy it. So let's get into it. First thing I want to mention though is how to get the Silent Assassin tracker, because it's going to be important to this video. So what you need to do is go into your options, go into the gameplay, go down to HUD and scroll down on the list until you see Silent Assassin HUD. Go in and select that, make sure it's in the on position. You'll see the green guns next to the little mini-map down there to indicate that you currently have a Silent Assassin rating. So these are in no particular order, so there's going to be a list of 10, but they're not going to be in no particular order, and the first one's going to be bullet panicking the NPCs to basically disable their enforcer AI. So what you need to do is basically just shoot a few bullets in front of like these NPCs. This is just an example, and it will disable their enforcer AI. As you can see in the minimap, the blips are now black rather than white, which means you can basically do anything you want in front of them. So you're not allowed to bypass that area without no dramas. You can alternatively do this with a tranquilizer. So if you use a tranquilizer, for example, and trank one of his friends, the other guy is going to see him get knocked out, and his enforcer status gets removed. And again, we're allowed to be freely go through this area without even getting spotted or ruining your Silent Assassin rating. So it's a really cool tip if you didn't know that already. So you can do that in multiple areas and multiple ways in different maps. Next is going to be bullet distractions. So you can use this in multiple scenarios, but I'm going to show you an example right here. I mean, yes, there is a vacuum cleaner there, which we could clearly use, but I'm just showing you an example of manipulating guards to get into the position where you need to go. It's basically like throwing a coin, but at really long range, because you can just like accurately put the guard wherever you want it to be. So now we got rid of a guard. Here's another scenario. So Strandberg's here, so we want to push him off the ledge. However, there's a guard down there we don't want him to see. So what we want to do is get him to turn his back. To do that, we're just going to shoot behind him. That's going to get the guard to turn around, and we can go ahead and freely push Strandberg over the ledge and get a free accident kill. So that's really cool. And you get to keep retaining your Silent Assassin rating. So bullet distractions are very useful. Obviously, you want to use the Krugermeyer if you're going to do that, because it's basically subsonic, so they won't hear your shots or anything like that. But yeah, you can manipulate your guards in multiple ways. Number 8, we've got the poison kills that don't spoil your Silent Assassin rating. This is really important as well for a lot of videos. People always say the body gets found and it spoils your Silent Assassin rating. It doesn't. Any poison kill in the game of any kind and will still retain your Silent Assassin rating, as long as it's on a target, of course. So I've just going to lethal poison Novikov's bare knuckle boxer right here, and he's going to drink it right in front of all this crowd of people. Just keep an eye on the Silent Assassin tracker on the bottom left, and you'll see. This is poison right in front of everybody. Everyone's seeing him die right now. Target eliminated, poison elimination, unnoticed kill. So it's an unnoticed kill. And as you can see, the Silent Assassin tracker is still green. So even though everyone is seeing his bodies right now, including his personal bodyguard, you know, you still get a Silent Assassin rating. So you can use your poison to your heart's content. Just don't hang around for too much, because otherwise they'll start panicking and assume it's you. So just be careful with that. Here's another example for Dahlia Margolis. So we poisoned her glass of champagne. As you can see the red mist coming out of it. And again, this is right in front of everybody. Lots of people here. And as you can see, even the guards just watching her die. Target eliminated, poison elimination, unnoticed kill. I just want to point out as well, this is not an accident kill, it's a poison kill. They're two different things. So bringing me to my next point, accident kills also don't spoil your Silent Assassin rating. So here's evidence. I'm going to shoot the chandelier here at the start of Paris, drop it on Dahlia Margolis' head.
Well done, 47.
It's an accident drop, and it will say there on the screen, accident kill, unnoticed kill. And as you can see in the Silent Assassin tracker, it's still green. There's multiple ways of doing accident kills, which I will cover in a different video, but here's just another subtle example. That's a double accident kill there. It's a nice setup for one of the challenges in Miami as well. So we've pushed him off the ledge, that's one accident kill. And the explosion for Sierra Knox, that's another accident kill. So even if these bodies are found, it doesn't matter. It's still a Silent Assassin rating. Next is the peekaboo technique for number 6. And you can do this in multiple scenarios to manipulate your targets and guards wherever you want to. So I'm going to use this as an example in Santa Fortuna. And all you got to do to get it done is basically let your guard or any enforcer see you to about 80 or 90% of the detection meter. And then once that fills up to about that point, break the line of sight and he'll come over and investigate what he saw. Just don't let it fall, do it up to the maximum, because that's when it will ruin your silent assassin rating. I can use it in this scenario here to isolate Rico Delgado in his bathroom. We've recently done this on a different guide. So you can take him out in here, snap his neck, and that's like a free kill. A good way of isolating your targets. You can do this with Andrea Martinez as well. Here's another bonus tip though before I go. It says this is a bonus tip for setting up traps with your coins. It's a really good tip you can use for your coins. Coins are very important for this game, so we're going to use the peekaboo technique to get him into this bathroom. I'm going to set him up for a free accident kill. That's the trap. So we've lured him in here with the peekaboo technique, and what he's going to do, he's going to see that coin on the floor, which he's looking at it right now. So once he's finished this dialogue here, he will take a look at the coin and go over towards it to pick it up. And because we've set it right next to the toilet, we can just rush him up to him and then go ahead and drown him. This is another example of an accident kill. So even if someone comes into this bathroom a little bit later on and finds his body, which I'm going to show you in a second, it will still retain your silent assassin rating. So coins are very, very useful in manipulating your targets and setting up traps to give them to get accident kills on them. So we're going to use the peekaboo technique again on this guard, just to purposely let Rico's body be found, just so we can show you another example of it retaining your silent assassin rating. There we go, body found, and as you can see on the bottom left, it's still green, and you still retain your silent assassin rating. So again, very, very useful. I'm going to show you another example with Andrea Martinez, setting up a trap for her. So we're going to put a coin on the floor here and on the ledge just to make sure she comes over. And then we're going to do the peekaboo again at the window. A little bit tricky at this position, but yeah. Just need to fill it up to about 80%, and she will investigate what she saw at the corner of her eye. She'll come out, see, and wander around a bit, and then she's going to turn around and see those coins. And as you can guess, we are going to push her over the ledge for, again, a free accident kill. And once again, if her body is found down there, which is not going to be because I think she falls in the river, it won't ruin your silent assassin rating. I really wish they would cover this kind of thing in the training missions, because it's very deceiving how that training mission is. But, that's why I'm here, of course. Here's another trap that I set up as well. So what we're going to do is just overflow the sink in Rico's bathroom, drop a coin just around about there. You wouldn't usually need to drop this coin, but we're doing it anyway. We're going to drop a micro taser in the puddle of water, and then we're going to peekaboo Rico into the bathroom, and we're going to set him up for another accident kill. So again, get to around about 80 or 90%, fill up with the detection meter. That's going to lure him into the bathroom. The reason why I dropped a coin in this scenario is because for some reason this bathroom doesn't really distract anybody. But this is another example, just because I was here and I couldn't be bothered to go to a different map and show a different example. But you can do this with any puddle of water. You can even throw car batteries in puddles of water and get a free accident kill with an electrocution. It's very, very useful when it comes to trying to figure out where all the best accident kills are. I mean, Whittleton Creek has a bunch of fire hydrants you can use with car batteries in combination. But number 5, we have the panicking guards to bypass the enforcer AI. So we did this similar with the NPCs earlier. This time it's going to be with guards. So we're going to use an explosive golf ball or a baseball to set off an explosion there. And that's going to disable their enforcer AI, and that allows us to get into the mansion area without getting spotted. So that's going to cause a little bit of a distraction, so we can get in here. You can literally just walk past them. It's a really useful tip in how to bypass a lot of guards. You can also shoot them from long range and lure them to the area where you want them to be. So what you'll do is shoot them in the chest. That's going to retain your silent assassin rating, so don't worry, as long as you don't get spotted shooting it. The guards will wander about a little bit, and then they'll rush over to the area where that bullet came from. Now, it's a good way to lure guards out of the zones that they're guarding, and it's also a good way to bypass this area as well to get into the mansion. It's a very useful tip if you want to get guards out of areas you don't want them to be. Because obviously they don't know you shot them, so you can run here without any problems. Nice. So number 4, weapon dropping to lose guards. So as you can see in this scenario, we've lured Robot Nox onto the roof with the sabotaging his satellite. But there's a guard here, so we can't actually take out Robert without getting spotted by this guard. So the solution to that is if we do, distract Robert Nox onto this roof, we're just going to drop a weapon right there. It can be any illegal item, so that'll be fine. As long as it's not like a melee or anything like that. As long as it's a firearm. Robert Nox is going to see the weapon, he's going to tell the guard to remove it, and that gives us a bit of isolation. Gives us a little bit of time alone with Robert Nox. Now in some cases this isn't going to work because in some cases they will call another guard across the map to come and pick up the weapon. So it's called like a super enforcer AI, where they just blank and ignore these kind of scenarios. But in most situations you can easily just get past this situation by just dropping a weapon on the floor, and it leaves you isolated with Robert Nox to do what you want. You can dump his body off the ledge as well, so he's not found. Body hidden down there. Nice. Bonus tip: targets can spot you, and you still won't lose Silent Assassin. So look at this. Keep an eye on the Silent Assassin tracker right here as I point a gun in Robert Nox's face. It will turn red. Target lockdown. He's panicking right now, but as long as he doesn't run off and tell anyone else that he saw me, and we've killed him before he does that, it will turn green immediately after we've taken him out. Again, we dump his body, and there he goes. That's a good little tip to realise if you're alone for an area where there's a guard and just the target, you can take out the guard right in front of the target. He can spot you, can do what the hell he wants. But you know what I mean. As long as the target doesn't run off and tell anybody else, and you've taken him out before that, you can still retain your Silent Assassin. It's really that simple, really. Number 3, we can smuggle weapons through frisk zones, and you need to do this with a briefcase. So your illegal items, when you approach a frisk zone, it will say frisking not allowed. So what you want to do is place your briefcase on the floor, and then immediately get frisked. They won't pay any attention to the briefcase or with our explosive that's inside, our gas device, I should say. So we've got an illegal item in that briefcase, and now we can pick it up and just go past them. It's just really that simple, really that easy. So it's a good way to get past a load of frisk zones with an illegal item. So make sure you always bring a briefcase, nearly in every scenario. And then we can use a fart gas on her. That will make her sick. Gives us a free accident kill if we want to drown her. Number 2, you can use certain weapons to shoot open locked doors. Now it's not going to work with every single door, but in most situations, if you haven't got a crowbar or a lockpick and you need an extra slot, you can use an SMG, just as what I'm using now, to just shoot the locked doors at the handles, and it will blast the door open, and it will unlock most doors in the game. Only in certain situations like Hokkaido where this is not going to work, but you need to shoot the handle. You can do this with shotguns, SMGs, assault rifles, sniper rifles, any of those things. Anything with a fully automatic pistol will do as well. So that's a good way of opening the locked doors if you need to keep an extra slot for something else other than lockpick. But yeah, this is another example as well of the Panic AI, where the guards just ran straight past me without their Enforcer AI being active. That's a good one. So number 1 is the accident knockouts don't spoil a Silent Assassin rating as well. So we have a rake right now. And here's the runner in Whittleton Creek. We're just going to place that right in front of her. You may recognise her, she's very annoying. And you can always do this amusing thing by placing a rake, smack her in the nose, that will knock her out. So as you can see in the bottom left, we still have a Silent Assassin. So we want her body being found just to prove this working. So we're just going to distract this guard right here to get him to turn around. Body found. As you keep an eye on the bottom left corner of the screen, as you can see, the Silent Assassin tracker is still green. So accident knockouts are allowed. So when we say accident knockouts, I mean anything that's to do with the environment. If any environmental knockout on any kind of NPCs will retain your Silent Assassin rating. Because that can include fire extinguisher explosions. This tranq right here, we use a tranquilizer camel 1. That's going to knock out this guard right here. We still have a Silent Assassin. Again, his body is being found. Bottom left corner, as you can still see, Silent Assassin rating we still have. There's probably a number of these different ways of knocking out NPCs accidentally. I can probably do that video on a separate video, but the last sample I want to show you here is with the bank. So we're going to use a chloroform flask here, and we can take out and sedate 4 people at once and still retain our silent assassin. We're going to pour this in the air conditioning unit, and we're going to turn the air conditioning on, and with all 4 guards in the security room, you can take everyone out at once with this cool way of taking them out. Top left corner, watch, body found. Bottom left, silent assassin. As long as you turn it off before you go back in, otherwise you will get poisoned yourself. But yeah, it's a really useful technique to bypass a lot of stuff. Also, I'm going to show you here as well the silent assassin tracker. When you get spotted by a camera, it does turn orange or amber to tell you that you can get your silent assassin back if you take out the evidence. And once we do that, it turns green, recording erased. So yeah, if you want to rob the bank, it's really simple. Once you come in here and just sedate everyone like this. This will also work with a sedative syringe as well, and you know, things like that. So again, sedative is a very good technique, but any accident knockout will do, even if they slip over a banana or some grapes. But there you go, there's my top tips for Hitman 1, 2 and 3. It works for any of the 3 games. And yeah, I've enjoyed doing this. I've got loads of ideas as well of things you probably didn't know in Hitman 1, Hitman 2 and Hitman 3. Loads of different weird techniques, Easter eggs and all kinds of stuff as well. Even if you're an experienced player, you probably didn't know some of this stuff. So I've got loads of videos to go out. I've got about 30 ideas just for Hitman 1 missions alone. So then we're going to move on to Hitman 2 and Hitman 3. So if you are interested in that, let me know in the comments. Or we'll be putting stuff like that before. Top 10 suits, top 10 NPC outfits and stuff like that. And unique outfits, I should say. I've got loads of ideas, so let me know your thoughts in the comments, what you think about this. I've been really enjoying doing this because it's something different. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed it and hopefully you've learned something new. If I've missed anything in this list as well, let me know in the comments what you would add to this list. And for this video, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it, or if it helped you out, or if you learned something new. Let me know your thoughts in the comments as well, like I said. And subscribe if you are new to the channel. Hit the bell notification to be notified of all future videos and live streams. I'm going to be doing a live stream tomorrow, so check that out. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and big shout out to all my Psycho Assassin members. Really do appreciate all of you. That includes Paul Lilly, Big D, Bedry, Argel, Mark David, Constantine Mueller, Crazy Jesus the Shafe, Isaiah Blake, and Nico Senpai. Thank you very much for becoming Psycho Assassin members. I really do appreciate it. If you guys want to become a Psycho Assassin member, click the join button below and find out what you can get with all your perks. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Cheers.